Midtown Manhattan by someone who did watch that plane come down, Christopher Butler, a producer at Nickelodeon. And Christopher, where were you when this plane came down in the Hudson River?
I was sitting at my desk on the 33rd floor at 1515 Broadway.
And what caught your eye?
Well, it caught my ear, actually. It was the woman I sit next to saying, and she said, "There's a plane," and we turned around, and sure enough, there was a plane coming in, slow and level, and it touched down in the Hudson River.
You say slow and level. Did it exhibit signs of distress, or clearly just where it was a sign that something was terribly wrong here?
It just seemed, well, obviously something was clearly wrong, but it was not evident from the manner in which it was flying. It was just touching down.
It sounds like the pilots on this plane did a remarkable job, if indeed, as has been reported. From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Melissa Blanc.
And I'm Michelle Norris. Parts of Egypt resemble a war zone today. Tens of thousands of protesters filled the streets, not only in Cairo, but other cities as well. And there were widespread clashes with police. There are reports of some deaths and hundreds of injuries. In the evening, the Egyptian army was deployed.
Today's protests began after Friday prayers with loud demands for the ouster of President Hosni Mubarak. Mubarak has yet to issue any statement. His government has blocked internet sites and cut cell phone networks to try to keep protesters from organizing. Earlier today, I spoke with NPR's Soraya Sarhadi Nelson. She was on her hotel balcony in downtown Cairo. And throughout our conversation, we could hear loud noises in the background.
This is the sound of tear gas canisters. Every so often we hear what sounds like rubber bullets, and then there are these things that sound like percussion bombs. But that pop that you just heard, for example, is a...
The day after President Bush spelled out his new way forward in Iraq to the nation, his top two cabinet officers went to Capitol Hill. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and Defense Secretary Robert Gates made the rounds to try to sell the president's plan to a skeptical Congress. In a few minutes, we're going to hear about reaction from Baghdad. First, NPR's Guy Raz reports on the day's events in Washington.
If Robert Gates and Condoleezza Rice drew straws to see who'd go in front of the House and who'd do the Senate, Secretary Rice drew the short straw. She had to testify in front of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee the morning after the president's pitch for his new plan. And it was there that she encountered
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Melissa Blanc.
And I'm Robert Siegel. Now that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are under government control, Democrats in Congress are urging them to suspend foreclosures for at least 90 days. Members of the Senate Banking Committee asked the companies to do more to help keep people in their homes. Fannie and Freddie back nearly half the outstanding mortgages in the U.S.
This drama has been going on for months. The events that brought about last weekend's government takeover began in earnest in March. NPR's John Idstey walks us through what's happened since then.
The irony is that just 6 months ago, despite concerns about their future, Fannie and Freddie were declared sound by their regulator, James Lockhart. On March